when my phone rang Thursday, it was my friend Johnny Mac. You want to make some extra dough Friday night? I graduated with a BA in English the year before, but what paid my rent was a day job in a music store and nights singing in bars. My mom couldn't understand why I didn't just move back home so I get a real job, make money, find a decent place to live. Extra dough? Doing what? Johnny Mac was a guitarist and a wannabe entrepreneur and was often looking for a favor. Singing at Norfolk Arena. There's this promoter guy who's booking wrestling matches there, and he wants solo and duo musicians to play before the matches and maybe in between rounds. Yeah, right. Why would he want that? Cheap entertainment. He's probably got a limited budget. Well, I was in desperate need of a space heater for my one-room apartment. Suddenly, I was intrigued. So, like how much? Well, I called that afternoon. Reed Douthit. The voice was monotone and clipped. My name is Mare, and I play music here in town, and silence. I swallowed air and jumped in. I heard you were looking for musicians to play at the arena this weekend? Yeah? You have your own sound? I affirmed that I did. 1 hour, $120, you gotta do some pretty lively stuff. No Joan Baez. I don't do Joan Baez, I said stiffly. Several years of bar music had toughened my repertoire considerably, and that last line was like a gauntlet thrown down. Be at the arena by 6 Friday. First match is at 7, you gotta be ready to go. I tried on 6 changes of clothes Friday before I gave up and wore what I usually wear to an average club gig. Black Levi's, tight t-shirt, lots of eye makeup. What does one wear to a wrestling match? Especially when you're part of it. I pulled up in the fire lane at Norfolk Arena, a hulking granite tomb of a building built sometime in the 1940s when Navy enlisted men crowded in to watch the fights. I put on my flashers, got out the hand truck I kept with me, and started loading my small PA in. Inside, gaudy amounts of brighter than natural light, booming echo, big wrestling ring in the center. At least it was warm in there, although there was also a definite scent of something like locker room. I felt my first true prickle of fear. What the hell was I getting into here? I sauntered up to a man with a headset and a clipboard. He was about 40, built compact, like he'd been a wrestler once, with tightly brill-creamed hair the color of lo mein noodles. Can you tell me where I'm supposed to set up? He sized me up momentarily and jerked his thumb at the ring. That's where you're gonna be. In the ring? Couldn't I be like next to it? In front of it? He looked at his watch. The unspoken message? Take it or leave it. I squared my shoulders. That which does not kill us will make us strong. After all, it wasn't something my parents had to know about. I pushed the 2 long speaker columns of my PA underneath the ring, facing out in opposite directions. I connected the cables to the mixer and hoped the arena's massive echo wouldn't turn everything into a sonic stew. I smiled at the ring girls in hot pants and high-heeled boots, holding placards with numbers for each round. And then I climbed onto the stairs, between the ropes, and up on the canvas, with my microphone stand and guitar. If you have never spent any time in a wrestling ring, you should know that the canvas bounces underfoot just as much as it looks like it does on TV. I edged toward the ring's center with my stand and guitar, feeling like I was on the deck of a ship, trying to balance my center of gravity somewhere between my thighs and knees. After I got situated and the jello-y sensation eased up, I dared to look at the arena seats. Not a sellout by any means. And normally I find someone in the audience and sing to them directly, but not this night. I hit the guitar strings one time, a bold, satisfying "Wow!" and it was absolutely huge, bouncing up from the speakers and spreading out to the sides of the arena. And for a moment I had everyone's attention, staring at me. What on earth is that crazy girl in the ring doing? And they all went back to their non-attention. I inhaled deeply. It's all or nothing now. I tried to make a list of the rowdiest songs I knew, blues and rags and anything somewhat bawdy. So I started with That'll Never Happen No More and Dust My Broom, and when I saw a glimmer of interest in the slack-jawed faces around me, I slid into Hesitation Blues and Whiskey and Gin. What a power trip. My voice had never rung with such a presence. The quivering canvas underfoot now felt like it was moving with me, adding to my swaying rhythm. I did 5 songs in a row without stopping. It wasn't like singing at V.B. Cooper's or Papa's Pub or any of my usual gigs. This now, I could get used to. Man, I love stole from my best friend. That girl got lucky, stolen back again. You better come on in my kitchen, because it's going to be raining outdoors. Scattered anemic applause. I might hone a career as an old blues mama after all, but then things started fading just as fast. I tried St. James Infirmary blues, and if I can't sell it, I'll keep sitting on it, bending the notes, rolling my eyes when necessary, anything to get the song across. Despite how cold I'd been earlier, now there was a line of sweat across my hairline. I started glancing out of the corner of my eye, waiting to see someone make a guillotine motion across their neck, or some sign to let me know it was all over. The song ended, an ominous buzzing echo took over. Not a single clap, no glances from the ring folk. Over to the side, I noticed several wrestlers in warm-up robes, milling restlessly and jogging in place. And then, incredulously, Marilyn? Marilyn Carmody, is that you? I nearly wrenched my neck trying to locate that voice. And then, just as amazingly, I found it. My dad's best beer-drinking buddy, Walt Isaacs and his wife Billy. About 6 rows from the floor. Nobody will call me Marilyn but my folks and their friends. Well, Walt and Billy were grinning, they're waving at me like crazy, and I knew that was the end of my tough girl showbiz career at the arena. I gave my audience a sardonic salute and lifted my guitar from around my neck, preparing to exit the ring, just in time, it seemed, since the first match was ready to start. Is that really you? Where are your folks here where we saw you? I stood still and waited for my neck to be hugged and life as I knew it to resume.